As at the first decade of this 21st century, the richest man in the world was Bill Gates, the co-founder of Microsoft. Today, however, he's been overtaken by Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla. Meanwhile, back in 2015, Elon Musk was nowhere near the top 10 richest men in the world. As a matter of fact, no one knew anything about him, but fast forward to 2020, he emerged the richest man and remained there till today. You will agree with me that he won't be the richest man forever. There is still someone who is possibly somewhere today whose name is nowhere among the rich, but he is relentlessly grinding in oblivion, and as soon his day comes, he gets rich enough to overtake Elon Musk, and it continues like that. There is no limitation to the levels you can reach if only you are willing to expend the required efforts. Men are not born, they are made. The value of a woman is directly attached to what she appears to be. A woman is by birth adored so inherently. When she is blessed with a beautiful face and an appealing outward appearance, the world is a warm place for her. Just a smile from her is enough to open several doors. She practically needs not stress too much. For you as a man, it is entirely different. The world is a cold place. The value you provide is what determines your worth. Your worth is what determines what life shall be unto you. People are eager to please and respect those whose worth is tangible. They never spare an opportunity to treat with disdain men who are of zero worth. If the value of a woman depends on her beauty and a good part of her physical appearance, it would be seen that there is often not so much she can do to become much more beautiful than she already is. But for you as a man, as long as you're willing to work hard, your value shall elevate from time to time, and there shall be no end to the things you can become, except you are not ready to put in the required work. A lot of men remain in the shackles of mediocrity and tossed around by the matrix because their mindset never upgraded from that of a boy to a man. They only grew up physically and attained maturity by age, but never mentally. To become a man of real worth, your thinking must leave that of a boy. It must be transformed to that of a man. To achieve this, here are 7 rules you must live by. 1. Learn to think for yourself. We live in a world where the truth is submerged as well as possible. People would grow up upholding stereotypes, and then when they get old enough, they marry, bear children, and start teaching their children the same false teachings they were taught. This is how the Matrix intends on keeping people forever stuck in average so they don't get to rise against them. If you must be a man of high value, you must break away from the masses whose mindset has been conditioned in this manner. The first step towards achieving this is by questioning all you've been taught till you finally have them make sense to you. Ask questions to yourself and find a way to answer them to yourself. This implies you seek knowledge. It is what makes a complete man. Do not be among those who grow up hating on a particular tribe or race because of stories you've been told during moonlight tales. Do not be among those who grow up believing what makes no sense to them because it's what they've been taught all their life. Your brain is given to you so you can make use of it. It's not given to you to get it stocked with indoctrinations and prejudices. Dare to be different. You must not do it because every other person is doing it. It is okay to stand alone as long as you're standing for what you believe in. 2. What people say necessarily doesn't matter. People only talk in respect to their reasoning and understanding. If you keep paying attention to what people are saying, you will never get anywhere. You shall become a slave. People will always be opinionated regardless of how much you go out of your way to please them or make them talk good of you. See it this way. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. The things they say are only from their views and state of mind. If you allow what they say to determine your reality, you would be getting your path set for a life of mediocrity because you will be living their own life and not yours. 3. Put your urges under your control. Several men would have gone quite far in life if only they learnt and mastered the art of keeping their urges under their control. Pleasure is an enemy of your ambitions, and if you always respond whenever it calls, you may end up like every other person. To be great is a wish everyone had while growing up in life. When you look around you today, you shall see it's not everyone who ended up becoming great despite of their childhood and teenage ambitions. One of the reasons for this occurrence is that what it takes to actually be great is not what everyone can be disciplined enough to do. The urge to chase pleasure must be tamed if you must become successful. Just like Miyamoto Musashi, the legendary Japanese samurai, said, "Do not chase pleasure for its own sake." 4. Take responsibility for your life. As soon as you're born, the responsibility of your destiny is upon you. Your parents and guardians may help you during the earliest stages of life, but when you become a man of your own, it is upon you to make decisions what you want for your life and follow it up till it's achieved. Never you wait for anyone to come save you. Everyone is overwhelmed with their own problems and life challenges. They are so focused on saving themselves that they can't see you or even looking at them. If you don't focus on yourself and find ways to succeed for yourself, you may wait till it's too late before you realize the time you've wasted. 5. Take care of your health. Consume healthy foods and indulge in healthy lifestyle. Old age is a time the decisions we made while still youths often come at us, and our health is not exempted from them. Take natural foods and avoid processed foods as well as you can. Fruits and vegetables are equally good for your health. One of the reasons our ancestors lived longer than us is they are more weighed in on natural foods than we are. We are more dependent on processed foods, which end up bringing several side effects to us. Many terminal diseases, often referred to as old age diseases, were simply as a result of unhealthy lifestyle and feeding choices during youthfulness. 6. Purposeful living. A life that has no direction is often the one most infected, with several vanities, some of whom destructive habits are included. If you don't have what you live for, your life shall be so empty that you will always find yourself trying to distract yourself from the shallowness of life. This you shall try to do the easy way, and it ends you up in chasing after cheap pleasures. You are so eager to spend your time on women and video games because you originally don't have something worthwhile enough you're using it for. You must find a purpose around which your life and thoughts shall revolve, something that gives your life a meaning, and then every day work towards that purpose in such a way that when you go to sleep at night, you can sleep in peace because you know your hard work for that day was fulfilling enough. 7. People do not change. It is a mistake to think that people do change as a result of circumstances or any other reason. As a matter of fact, they only change when conscious efforts and discipline is applied. When making long-term and critical decisions involving people and character, hoping that they would change is a very risky game to play. They are less likely to change. If you want to be the one to change them, it may not go down with no resentments. Never you think people change due to circumstances. Circumstances never changes anyone. It only magnifies a part of them that was suppressed or had no opportunity to thrive. Before making long-term decisions on people, such as in marriage or business, observe them closely and see how they respond to certain stimulus that life and environment shall unexpectedly throw at us from time to time. It is only then you can get a glimpse of their true nature and their tendencies.